Local 3 Sports. This is Friday Night Football with Ben Bobick, Samantha Casano, and Greg Glover.
Friday Night Football is brought to you by Food City. Nobody does food like Food City. And Sonic Drive-In. Live free. Eat Sonic.
And now, Friday Night Football.
Ooh, baby. When I tell you I didn't sleep last night, I didn't sleep last night. We don't catch Z's until gold balls are distributed in December. All that time in the weight room this offseason, up downs, running the hill, 7-on-7s, film, all of it leads to tonight. What do you got when the lights are bright? Let's find out together, shall we? You are watching Week 1 of Friday Night Football on Local 3. Let's get this thing going with our Game of the Week.
It's time for the Friday Night Football Game of the Week, sponsored by Warren & Griffin, your local 5-star law firm, supporting high school football for decades. We don't just put up billboards, we put down roots.
When it comes to beautiful areas and backdrops in this neck of the woods, give us Chatsworth, Georgia, any day. And you know what? It's been a while since we hit up Mountaineer Country for our Game of the Week. North Murray hosting Dalton in a fantastic Week 1 non-region showdown. The Queen herself, Samantha Casano, joins us live from Mountaineer Stadium. How did it all shake out, Samantha?
Hey, Ben. Yeah, well, let me put it this way. Hudson Hewlett is him. Head coach Preston Pogue told me earlier this week that he was expecting a special senior season from his starting quarterback. That was oh so evident in North Murray's win over Dalton tonight. Week 1 kicking off in Chatsworth, North Murray versus Dalton. The Nears waste no time getting on the board. First drive of the game, Hudson Hewlett keeps it. Moves to his left, pulls out the stiff arm and finds pay dirt. The home team has a 7-0 lead just like that. Nears up 14-zip early in the second when Cats quarterback Kane Woods hits Haven Searles, who breaks free and takes it 60 yards to the house. Dalton right back in this thing. It's 14-7. North Murray gets those points right back, though. Who else? Hudson Hewlett maneuvering past defenders and into the end zone. His third touchdown of the night puts the Nears in front 21-7. But the Catamounts pull back within a score later in the quarter. Woods airs it out to Camden London, defender in his face and all. We've got a 28-21 ball game. No shortage of offense in the first half. Hudson Hewlett, a man on a mission, putting this North Murray team on his back. Nears on top 35-21 at the break. They go on to win a wild one, 49-42 the final. So Hewlett had 6 total touchdowns, 5 on the ground and 1 in the air. I asked him after the game how he was able to be effective, and he said he couldn't take a lick of the credit. Mind you, this guy had 300, 400 rushing yards. He said it was all credit to his offensive line. A very humble kid and a very big win for this North Murray team. They are rolling into Week 2. For now, live in Chatsworth, Samantha Casano, Local 3 Sports.
Hudson Hewlett doing his best Lad McConkey impression. You got to love to see it. Let's take things now to one of the oldest rivalries in the state. Gordon Lee hosting Tryon. The Trojans had too good of a season in 2024 for the early exit they had in the playoffs. The playoffs is where the Bulldogs made their run. Both feel good about 2025. But only one could set the tone for the season with a Week 1 win. The run they've all been waiting for. Nothing like that first one. Let's do this rivalry for the millionth time. The Tryon defense was setting the tone early. Dustin Day to Peyton Gross, but the Bulldogs say, hey, yeah, we'll take the ball now. Quick 3-and-out for Gordon Lee. And look at this offense cook. Check out Link Allen buying time, laying it right into Bryson Roberts. But a little bit of drama there. He lost the ball as he crossed the plane, but the ref said he broke it. 6-0 Bulldogs. Now it's Gordon Lee's turn to cook. Lane Vaughn, the big man at the line, looking like TJ Watt. Trojans say, stay in your lane, we'll stay in ours. Looking to cash in on the doorstep, can't call it a tush push. How about a Trojan horse? We told you watch out for these Gordon Lee Trojans. They win a biggie in Week 1, 23-12. Lafette and Chattooga. Ramblers wasting no time on the doorstep. They give us to Javen Williams. And this cat, well, he would not be denied the end zone, taking on the Indians D and then just taking off. Hope he comes back to play, and he really just took off. More Lafette offense. Dax Edwards rolling right, backing up, slides off 2 guys. He must like what he sees. And you know what? He had his guy, but it gets popped. and then the ball pops right to Javion Cotton. Now that is a bold move, Cotton. What a play by the Chattooga defense. But the Ramblers offense was humming tonight. A great punt return by Bryson Cleghorn puts them on the doorstep. And he got them there. Let the kid find some pay dirt. Cleghorn scores, and Lafette looking good tonight. They shut out Chattooga 25-zip. Let's roll to Calhoun, Georgia. Gordon Central hosting Southeast Woodfield. Raiders in business, and just watch Mason Williams cook. He didn't want to go right. Comes left, and he takes on half the Warriors defense. What a gamer this Mason Williams is. Runs over all over the yard for a touchdown. But you want to talk about a gamer, sit back and get a load of this. Jackson Roberts, tip at the line. Jackson Roberts, big man pick. That's how it's done, son. D-linemen do it all. What a moment for Jackson Roberts. He's all pumped up. We're all pumped up. That leads to 6. Gordon Central settles in now. Brendan Thomas, as classic as it gets, right up the middle, and the Warriors are on the board. Raiders punting here now. Trevion Bigby on the return. He's going to shed a tackle, and he sees nothing but daylight. Bigby with the big return, but had no one to beat but the punter. But you know what? Shout out to the punter, because he saved the touchdown, and this is why it's big. Warriors on the doorstep, and they fumble. Major shout out to the punter, because that's how you make pivotal plays and pivotal moments. Let that be a lesson to all, but it's still Gordon Central who comes out on top 27-14. Let's hit to the scoreboards for the first time in 2025. The defending state champion Calhoun Yellow Jackets picking up right where they left off at Howland Field. They win 28-3 over Creekview tonight.
Here's your pick for the Friday Night Football Play of the Week, sponsored by Center for Sports Medicine and Orthopedics, Urgent Ortho Walk-In Clinics.
With week 1, we had to dip into last week's Jamboree for our play of the week, and what a manly play it was. Ringgold Zach Brower to Eli Persley, who just goes grown man on the Walker Valley secondary. I mean, just give me that ball. No one's stopping him from his touchdown. And here we go, the first Bebo Straighter of the 2025 season. We still it here because we just got bunch formation in a different sort of way, right? We're bunched up there, we're bunched up there, we're bunched up there. It's a big hug. We'll give it a heart, but it's not too much love going on right there, because that's where the ball is, right there, right? And he says, I'm going to rip it and take it into the end zone. Eli Persley, I'm not messing with you, man. Keep up the great work. We're going to keep up the great work here on Local 3. Much more Friday Night Football coming your way after the break.
Cheer on with the Friday Night Football Cheerleaders of the Week, sponsored by Brody Jewelers. Score big with a yes-worthy ring or a fine Swiss timepiece, only at Brody Jewelers.
The Lafette cheer squad already in mid-season form. Their excellent job. Thank you for being our cheerleaders of the week. Back to some football. And what could have been a game of the week in its own right, we have another heavyweight non-region clash in week 1. We'll call it the Heritage Bowl. Christian Heritage hosting Heritage. Just Heritage. And this has to get you fired up. Red on black American flag Lions ready to roar as they host Heritage. First one of the year, special teams matters, people. What a play by Logan Cheatwood. Blocks the punt and says, hey, listen, if you're not going to pick it up, I am. Block, scoop, score, Battlestar Galactica. How's that to get the party started? Heritage driving again, but this time the Lions defense holds strong. Great job to hang on for dear life to bring them down. But listen, the Generals have a D1 kicker. This is easy money for Texas commit Jake Collette. Heritage with the ball again, and we have an early play of the week candidate. Caden Height on the move, and it's our old friend Cody Bryan. Moss and a Lions defender. I mean, this is week 1. Week 1. There's a whole season to be played. And Heritage is ready for it. They win the Heritage Bowl 51-13 on the road. Let's bring it back close to the state line. LFO had to travel a great deal tonight, all the way to Ridgeland. The Panthers with the WrestleMania-worthy entrance here, baby, and Mania-worthy plays. Warriors QB Darian Keefe in all sorts of trouble, and this is just a tad reckless. Jump off of the defense, and it's Jadarius Hinton who comes down with it. Big-time turnover early in the game. But LFO returns the favor, the handoff, and then the drop-off. Numero uno in white. This time, Josh Connor with the recovery. Keith much more poised here. Nothing but time. And look at this window he fits it into. Jared Mitchell. Talk that talk, son. Chirp a bit. Warriors up 7-0 in the first half. More from the arm of Darian Keefe. Malachi Brown. He ain't afraid of a little contact. C-O-N-T-A-C-T. Fantastic grab. And a fantastic start for the LFO Warriors. They defeat Ridgeland 40-0 on the road. How about a little Thursday night action here? Northwest Whitfield hosting Kahala Creek in the lovely Tunnel Hill. Bruins lead 7-0 after one early second. Gavin Knuckles, all the time in the world back there for a picnic. Well, he decides to show off the legs instead. 34 yards to the place of dwelling. Make it 14-0. Northwest Whitfield. Bruins looking to make it a 3-score game. Maybe Knuckles should have run again. Look at this pick by Kobe King. His first of 2 keeps Northwest out of the end zone. But the Bruins take it on the chin, keep it moving. This time it's Gage Parker getting some benefits of his busy night at the office. Bruins cruise to a 35-13 Week 1 win over the Colts. And let's kick it to the scoreboards, shall we? Fannin County had a great, I want to shout out the people of Fannin County because we have heard you. Listen, we watch Channel 3. You guys never give us a shout out. We're in the DMA. We love watching. Well, here you go because they're off to a great start. They had a great season last year, went 12-0, lost in the state quarterfinals. Well, they're back for more and they start off on the right foot. 42-25 victors over Gilmer tonight for Fannin County.
Meet the Friday Night Football Defensive Player of the Week. Sponsored by All Fences. The best defense is an all fence.
With the new year comes a new segment. We introduce to you the Defensive Player of the Week. One person who comes up big for their team with a big play on the defensive side of the ball. Because let's be honest, we all love a splash play. And our inaugural Defensive Player of the Week award has to be Kobe King. You just saw the pick, but it's one you could watch on loop. Keeping the Bruins out of the end zone. The focus, to keep it off the ground, but he catches it. It's almost a helmet catch. He catches it on his right pad. And the best part, well, he had another interception too last night. A well-deserved first Defensive Player of the Week. And we are not done, my friends. We are in the home stretch of our show. When we come back, don't go anywhere.
It's time for the Friday Night Football Band of the Week, sponsored by Big Woody's Tree Service. You'll be pleased when Big Woody's tackles your trees.
Colwell Banker, Kennard Realty, and Hamilton Road. Also plastic surgery, needs carpet and flooring, and home solution. Easy trucking, K&S Millwork, J&A Grading, Dance Theater of Dalton, and
The blazing blue band of Northwest Whitfield. We love to see it. Now, like last year, Alabama, North Carolina, and Tennessee let Georgia get the party started a week early. But it doesn't mean the others weren't preparing for their week 1 last week. And for us in Chattanooga, the Jamboree down at Findlay is all part of the kickoff to the season. And get a load of this rare footage. And to think this happened and the world didn't end. South Pittsburgh and Marion County in the same facility, not playing each other, but coexisting. Warriors look primed up for another state title run. New QB, but you know the name. Zayden Humphrey finding the end zone. Marion County is ready for the season. So is Silverdale. Whitwell looking to throw here. But Cannon Rogers, he's more than just a wide receiver. He plays DB too, and he got hands, great hands to be exact, from 1-4. That's Silverdale football. Again, this time they show off their now junior quarterback, Connor Jenny, the Jenny Penny. Big season ahead for this kid, man. He's got all the intangibles. Boone Perry in the back of the end zone. He'll take that all day. Next week, Tennessee joins the party as they kick off their season. One final game happening last night. Dade County taking on the Ringgold Tigers with a blackout for week 1 at home. It's not August or anything, but, you do you. Ringgold up 3-0 early. Jeremiah Frost rumbles in to score the game's first touchdown. All Tigers up early, 10-0, and plenty more where that came from. They go to the air this time around. Zach Grauer, this is a beauty. All the time in the world, right in the wide open arms of Grady Haddock. That's as easy as it gets, making it 17-0 Ringgold, and they're still far from done. Frost warning still in effect in Ringgold, Georgia last night. He's cold when he's putting dudes on skates. Ringgold opens up in style, 38-7 win over Dade County in week 1. Final scoreboard of the night. Shout out to the Murray County Indians, 14-3 on the road. Love to see it. Boy, this was fun. And you know what? Let's do it again next week and the week after. And the week after that. We're just getting started, and we're blessed to be along for the ride. Tell someone about this show. It's going to be online. Have yourself a great weekend, a lovely, lovely weekend at that.
Friday Night Football is brought to you by Food City and Sonic Drive-In. Live free, eat Sonic. We thank our local Food City for subs to feed our Friday Night Football crew. Get your sandwich party planner at your local Food City deli.